Kemet. Talk the planets, how it shifts, its rotation, how it moves. It wobbles like a spinning top. But your African ancestors, they drew it. And they told you when this would happen, what you would need to do to survive. Not a guess. But now the tsunami, earthquake, what else did it do? NASA details the earthquake's effect on the earth. Space Agency. It changed the planet's shape, sped up the rotation. It decreased the length of days. It shifted the North Poles, created huge tsunamis, changed the Earth's rotation. And it also shifted what?
Yes, 29.
Put them in the weight room. Longitude and latitude lines. It shifted the longitude and latitude lines. So I told y'all 10 years ago, plus when it happened, way over 10, I said, now New York is where Canada used to be.
Yes.
Canada is where Alaska used to be. And Alaska is now warmer, so you got polar bears learning how to surf.
That's right.
What I mean by that is
Yeah,
they're stuck
melting.
on pieces of ice
Yes.
and they're dying.
We just had a big documentary on that this week.
That's right.
Because that area is now warmer. But that means there's more water in the atmosphere. Global warming means you're warming up the atmosphere, melting icebergs, putting more water in the air. So right before the temperatures dropped up in New York and Boston and Connecticut, in those areas, you first had a massive blizzard hit.
Yes.
Even in London, you all had about 10 inches of snow in the matter of about an hour, hour and a half.
That's right. Yeah.
They said, where did snow come from? All this extra moisture in the atmosphere has to go somewhere. So blankets of snow fell. In New York, they had feet of snow. And then a week or so later, after the feet of snow in New York, you have a blizzard that hits and people died in their automobiles just trying to get home from work.
My God.
Atlanta, Georgia had states of emergency, South Carolina, Florida, because they
Florida. They had-
blackouts.
Snowing in Florida.
Louisiana had snow.
Yep. Kentucky.
Door of the heart knocking to tell you and you it's time to wake up. See, you're the elite few that should have been reformed, whereby you would have reached the state of 144,000 genetic experience. You should be asking, well, what experiences are we missing?
What experiences are we missing?
Are we missing? That's
Thank
right.
you. Somebody understood critical theology. Thank you, Sister Claudette. Everybody else like, what? You got to say it. Are we missing the experience of drugs?
No.
You got that one packed?
No, we have it.
Yeah, I had my CBD experience. I got that one down pat. I was going to die. Do we have our eating bad foods experiences down pat?
Yes.
Yes.
What about the loud music? We got that one down pat.
Yes.
What about miseducation? We got that one.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yep.
So what are we missing that would make us elite experiences?
Right.
Waking up, righteousness, living, doing it, pulling it off, doing what Garvey and Elijah and Madiba, doing what they did and actually finishing it and winning this time.
Yes.
Yes.
See, this is found along with the duality found in the 4th and 10th division of the book of
Gates.
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 Oh, so when Christ talks about I stand at the door of the gate, you Africans, and because he was raised in the Nile River Valley civilization, Niger Delta culture influenced that Nile River Valley civilization, there is an African book called the African Book of Gates. And it talks about the seat and opening of the gateway to the divinity. And it makes up the intricate portions of this seventh scroll. And see, when you look here, let me see if I can spin it. Let's try that again. One more. Is that better for y'all?
One more, right there.
Yes.
You
Right
see
there.
it there? See, in the Book of Gates on our walls of Tamare, it talks about one of the four enemies at each of the corners of the earth. It talks about the four winds being held back. You see him holding back the winds?
Yes.
Yep.
This is cosmology and symbology. Talks about the four angels holding back the four winds. It talks about not harming the earth. It talks about in pictographs or pictorial form, angels ascending from the rising sun. You see the serpent ascending. What Jacob would see in his vision of Genesis 28. African theology and cosmology is very clear. But it takes us even further about the etheric soul of Ishmael, Israel, and Midiani that speak forth to all etheric souls amongst humanity so that all may hear the words which my ears were blessed to hear. Let these words be heard. This is the African John Yahanu. By all those that shall become Coptic priestesses and priests within Amirna, the Coptic Vatican City, may your works be rightly guided so that your inner and outer being be remade and formed anew in order that you may lead those of the African diaspora back to the land of your foreparents, the African countries that came the other day and sat with President Joe Biden, and the African president from Ghana said the diaspora must come home and we Africans must turn in this new century towards ourselves. I don't know how many of you got to see it.
Yes.
I didn't see.
Stand thou firm and upright on the straight and narrow path before the throne of Ene Ray as one of the divine flock and accept the responsibility.
That's
Oh,
the
that-
word.
that-
Yes,
that's-
that word
that's-
right there.
That's bitter to
All the atonists.
the belly.
It's hard. It's a responsibility. They will not raise you up. You will not be liberated if you don't stand, my sister and my brother.
That's right. Mhm.
Responsibility of rebuilding is not a Basesh responsibility only. It's not
Nope.
a net responsibility. It's not a Minavizir's responsibility. It's not a emissary or salutare. No. It is
Mhm.
responsibility of rebuilding the Grand Kanisa and the Temple of Jerusalem, in which shall sit the Coptic Ark of the Covenant. We're not making wooden boxes. We're lining these things up with crystals that's going inside to create a capacitor of sorts to boost the energy of your supplications. So that you that are active will be able to go to your local Kanisa because you're active and only because of that, and go in there and sit within that holy of holies of your area and your supplications, because there's an obsidian stone that's it's inside crystal obelisk in each one that I'll be bringing as I travel coming up. And there's a crystal stone, and these create, and the two winged angels create the cyclical motion of the helix to recalibrate you. It's not something I'm just saying today. Let's keep reading.
Yes.
The highest symbol of atonism. And so it was that I did see and read within this sacred scroll. You see the Ark of the Covenant, the different ways it's been made.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You see,
Yes.
not something.
Yes. Sacred.
It tells you in that latter day, the man Gabriel will rise to help guide you. But we got to stand. Standing is not easy. I promise you it's not, because it's not easy for me. Standing is not easy, but we still got to stand.
Yes.
Yes.
You watch a baby stand, that baby struggles at first, but they still got to stand.
Yes.
They're still responsible for getting up. They're responsible for doing something.
For our own liberation.
There's some responsibilities when we start opening these gateways. And there's some benefits. Would y'all like to know the benefits?
Yes, sir.
I got your pen and paper ready.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's take a commercial break. We'll be right back.